before you can claim rent.
Welcome back, you dice ruling fools. This is Monopoly, part 3 of Rocket Rabbit Commentaries playthrough. We'll expound on the end of the classic board segment after we had eliminated one of the players in the previous part. Now 3 players remain at the table, both by the insistence that they're the one who deserve to win, and there's still popcorn.
Really? You didn't want to have a full Monopoly on, or would that have been a full Monopoly? No, it wouldn't have been a full Monopoly.
Lock them out. Just because they offer trades doesn't mean I have to accept them.
Right.
They're not getting a damn thing from me. See, if I traded away that property, I wouldn't have been able to collect rent just then.
You know what's weird? Oriental's still on the board. As is Kentucky.
Many are the games I've played when there were unknown properties even at the end of the game. It's actually a very typical scenario. So it's a luck of the dice roll.
Mortgaging is great for a quick cash injection, but don't forget.
Yeah, that wasn't so. It was a slap on the wrist.
Before you can claim rent again.
There's no reason for that. Irving wants to get out of jail right now, right?
Irving, you're eager to die, aren't you? Because that was a very painful move you've just taken.
Rent with houses? That's gonna hurt.
Come, have a stay in my neighborhood.
7.
Chance time. Chance time, chance time, chance time, chance time. Oh yeah, it sucks to get the railroad card because if you land on a property that belongs to another player, you have to pay double rent.
And Irving is the one that's got most of the railroad, so...
Well, $200 is nothing to sneeze at. It's not exactly going to turn the game right now. Actually, what will turn the game is if somebody puts me so heavily in debt on a rent payment that I have to sacrifice my houses. Because the last thing you want to do is sacrifice houses. Unmortgaging properties, you pay 10% more as the unmortgage fee. But when you sell houses, you only get back half of what you paid for it.
When you build houses, you increase the rent that other players pay if they back up the property.
Okay then, what we got now? Snake Eyes giving Irving
Snake
double
Eyes.
movement.
And you get another chance to lose your money. Yeah.
Yeah, but you only
Hello,
own
roll.
one railroad, so it's not the end of the game.
Not yet.
And 6, which pushes
Just
him.
narrowly avoided utter disaster. Oh, let's hope he actually purchases it.
He did.
All right. And that was a wise decision. That was a very wise decision. We're ironing out the details on this final board situation.
So, are you willing to trade your one railroad for Pacific?
Nope.
Really? Why not?
Because it's a trade. I'm not trading with anybody at this point. See, they're willing to trade because they're idiots.
Let's see here. 6.
Oh, I gotta pay the luxury tax.
Nah, it's just $100. You're fine.
Which, it really strikes me as odd, because I'm pretty sure the luxury tax was only $75 on the original board. Inflation.
You're hovering really close to 0 for the past several turns, though, dude. What's up with that?
Because I'm the only player on the board who has houses.
Okay.
I mean, so what if I got to mortgage a property here or there? I could fucking mortgage Waterworks just like that.
Yeah, but you only get $75 for mortgaging Waterworks.
Yeah, and the most I would ever have to pay in rent at this point would be... Okay, well, $100 would be a rather steep payment because it would require me to mortgage properties. Still, though, that's the most I would pay out on any rent to any other player. Okay, yeah. Well, easy come, easy go.
Alright, so how do
Pun
we actually leverage our advantage in order to kill Irving? Because Irving's the only player that's even a remote threat to us right now.
How do you shut down Irving? Trade him useless properties that are not part of monopolies in order to chip away at his railroad stake.
A double. You get another roll of the dice.
Yay. I like getting doubles.
Take a chance.
Pay each player $50? Ow.
Oh, man. I saw the bill this morning. Oh, dear. Might have to talk to my wife about getting that shag rug.
Holy shit, the brown properties are just straight up still unclaimed.
Yeah, those properties are hard to land on, especially Mediterranean. You cannot land on Mediterranean on the very first turn of the game,
Right.
for instance. And rolling a 7 off of Pennsylvania would mean that you rolled a 7 off of Ventnor, which means you rolled a 7 off of free parking. You see, you could just go in increments of 7 all around the board and see the likelihood of landing on pretty much any other property. As a matter of fact, there is probably a chart out there, and I say probably because I haven't looked it up myself while I bankrupt Donald on a $950 rent payment at my hotel. You are more likely to land at some properties than others.
Right.
It's just the way the game is designed.
And now, because of that, you have successfully gotten 2 more monopolies. Unfortunately, they're not actual threats right now.
You say that, but Irving is about to take a right turn onto Death Street.
Portfolio. Oh, this is thrilling
Oh,
stuff.
I want to buy more houses. By the way, as I understand, because I had looked this up a long time ago, once upon a time when I was a kid who loved Monopoly, the orange properties are the single best properties to have on the board. They're relatively cheap to get started because they only cost $100 per house, and because of their proximity to jail, players will be more likely to land on properties on this street than any other street on the board.
And every house increases the rent owed.
Especially punishing the players who keep getting sent to jail because do not pass go, do not collect $200, do not get cash in your pocket that's going to help you afford these rent payments.
But I was informed, like several years ago, that one of the primary strategies to actually winning at Monopoly is to own death row and then just sit in jail forever.
Death row! Oh, I love it. That is so true. That sitting in jail forever, yeah, because as long as you stay in jail, you can't land on other players' properties, you can't pay other players rent for landing on those properties, and you can still collect. That was a house rule that we had actually growing up, was if you're in jail, you're not allowed to collect rent on properties.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of an incentive to get your ass out of there as soon as possible so that you could stay in the game. You know what would really destroy me right now is if I got one of those oh-so-unfortunate cards from Community Chest or Chance, because they each have a variation of this. You have to pay money per house and money per hotel. That shut me down numerous times during this recording session of Monopoly that went on for about 2 months.
Okay.
It's because I got three hotels, I got a shitload of houses. I would rack up about $1,000 in fees if I got that.
Nah. Hey, it's the beauty contest one.
Wolf Whistle.
Let's do this.
Yeah. I'm going to selectively unmortgage a property and make sure that he lands on it. Fuck yeah.
Think of all that rent you could earn.
But that's the thing, Mr. Monopoly Man. We're not actually going to earn rent on that for a little while.
Waterworks.
And lands him on Waterworks. And you own both Waterworks and Electric Company, so...
Yep, so he pays 10 times the dice roll that he rolled in order to land on it in the first place.
It's not an independent dice roll. I thought it was an independent dice roll. Huh.
It's an independent dice roll when you get a card that says you have to go to the nearest utility.
Okay.
And then proceed to pay the owner of that property 10 times the amount.
Really?
And yes,
you don't want to buy
auction.
Baltic?
Money is money, Mr. Gerdat.
Oh, you are auctioning for Baltic.
I will save money as I see fit. Every $10 counts.
Going once. Going twice.
Matter of fact, I don't think I paid full price for any property in my portfolio right now.
Okay, but here's the question, Mr. Cloud. Does buying Baltic actually enhance your board state against Irving right now?
Yes.
Isn't he just dead here?
What do you say?
No, he's gonna buy.
Oh wait, no, it's my turn.
What's going to happen?
Okay, so you're buying
if I'm the
Oriental.
frying pan or the angle.
New bid.
Well, you're the wheelbarrow, so.
Pretty sure there was Monopoly variant where you could play as a frying pan. Oh yeah, Irving doesn't have more than $50 in assets, so that means I'm getting Oriental for a steal. And Mr. Monopoly is so in awe that he was frozen during his animation sequence.
Let's see what happens.
Okay, so, yeah, you don't have enough to unmortgage North Carolina, I think.
Mortgage against great
So,
frying.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
mortgage.
You're gonna unmortgage.
Don't forget. you'll have to
Fuck
pay the
yeah,
money
I'm gonna
back
lay a
within
trap
weeks
and watch him
before
fall
you
right
can
into
claim
it.
rent again. It'll cost you a bit extra.
So what? He
Just
needs to
think of
land
all
a
that
3
rent you could
in order to die this turn. That's 12,
Ah, he narrowly avoided
and that's
all
community
hazards
chest, right?
and landed on go.
on go.
Oh, he lands on go. Okay.
Bastard. And now he just spent his go money to unmortgage properties. It's a slippery slope because once you start mortgaging properties, your opponent does not have to pay rent if they land on a property that's mortgaged.
Landing
Right.
on another player's property
Ooh,
means
ooh.
you have to pay rent. The more expensive the property, the higher the rent.
Reject the
Okay.
deal.
You see, on Mario Party, that would have spawned a dual Goomba.
Huh. I'm actually surprised I accepted that. Well, now both players have just simultaneously completed a Monopoly.
Yeah, but his Monopoly is on Railroad, and although Railroad is really good for early and mid game, you own a majority of the board, so you're not actually any significant threat of Railroad.
Precisely. It's only a matter of okay. Well, I mean, as long as shit like that keeps happening, that can get annoying.
Yeah, but in order for that to keep happening, what you have to land 9? You have to land 9 4 times in a row.
I wonder what's going to happen here.
How about you roll 2 5s, then you land on a railroad. You land 2 5s, you land on another railroad, and then you roll snake eyes and you go to jail.
But don't
And then upon exiting jail by paying $50, you roll a 5.
you can claim rent again.
Okay.
$650.
But that's across 4 turns. But that's across 4 turns, or at the very least 4 dice rolls. So that's straight up isn't a
yes.
thing that's just straight up not a thing that's going to occur.
I mean, the likelihood of you rolling 2 double 5s in a row is pretty small.
Pay the money back within.
Oh, by the way, did I say that the orange properties were the most lucrative? It's the light blues, actually, that are the most lucrative. Connecticut, Vermont, and Oriental have been game killers since the 30s. The reason for that is they are extremely cheap to develop. Connecticut has a hefty payout. I just bankrupted my opponent with the hotel I bought on Vagina Avenue. And because of its proximity to go, the light blues will cause players to land on it very frequently because there are cards that will send you directly to go.
Okay, so if I recall correctly, it's 6, 7, and 8 that you want to monopolize after go, right?
6. No, that would be 6, 8, and 9.
Why 6, 8, and
6?
9?
Because rolling a 7 off of go puts you on chance.
Ah, okay.
And in the next part, while we discuss the finer mechanics of the board based on its original design, we're going to a different kind of board.
All right, be safe, everybody.